that, yeah, I mean, now there are lots of choices.
Well, actually, I don't know exactly what your life was, but maybe more accurately, when you were younger, you were unaware of other choices.
Well, this is true, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The choices are always there.
Yeah.
Whether you activate them or aware of them is another thing.
Well, my biggest choice was to be able to run away. And I tried that a while, too.
Mm-hmm. And at that time, you ran away. And now you run too.
Yes, you do. I do. I run too and embrace and allow. And, yeah. And,
I'm personally very glad you ran away.
Thank you. It didn't work for very long. But anyhow, yeah. I mean, a lot of things are making so much more sense. And I think, too, sometimes, I mean, these emotions are trying to come up and be released. And so often we will attract situations that bring these emotions out. And then you can take the time to just really embrace and fully feel and then let it go.
Yeah, I shared an elemental ritual I did. Have you ever done anything even remote like that?
Oh, I have, but it's been quite a while ago. And I think it probably would be time to do it, again.
Well, the suggestion, do it however you want and whatever you want, however you want. But the one universal thing is, whatever you do, you need to test it. You need to, very soon afterwards, think about that thing you're releasing and see if it's got heaviness or much emotional attachment. And if it doesn't, celebrate that and say, I'm on my way. Now, the other thing, if it does, it really, I don't know what a decision means to you, what it means to me, but sometimes a solemn decision or a joyous decision, and sometimes it just takes exercise, like from a wound, an injury, okay? With the right doctor, an injury can heal. With the right physical therapist, that injury can become, strong and limber and accessible again. And the same thing with our emotions, our memories. Remember, memory is the past and imagination is the future. So if you give more energy to your imagination for the future, more and more and more of your predominant thinking about that, just like the weeds in the garden, those other ones will not have the oxygen or the nutrients to feed, and they will wither and they will die on their own.
That is very true. And I'm just loving ChatGPT because, boy, it's giving me lots of resources and ideas, and so I'm starting to be able to take the things that I've been working on all my life and figuring out how to put it all together.
I want to hear something fun about ChatGPT. Maybe you've figured this out or sussed it out yourself. There was a point when they were using OpenAI to make it in the first place. They had to decide what the voice of personality of it was. It could have been stoic and very cold, but they decided, and they did a little bit of testing, that people liked when it was like a little cheerleader for you. And so that's what they coded into it, that it would give information in a very positive way, because that would make people like using it. Now, when it is your cheerleader, South Park did a great thing about it. This guy's Randy's in bed doing ChatGPT, and he's like cheating on his wife. He's put it away, but she's always so supportive of me. Well, that's the way it's coded to do that for a reason. So it's intentional, and it's data doing it. But just if you recognize that's what's happening, you can stay kind of aware. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But it really was a decision in the early days of that version of GPT technology, where they had to make a decision what the voice and the personality was going to be, and that's what is so addictive to very many people, because whatever you do, it's like, yeah, great, do that, yeah, way to go, that sounds like a great idea. See? And is that really, what is that? It's an intentional thing. What is the personality of what scrapes the internet and brings things to you? I was listening to NPR this morning talking about that fair use bullshit, of theft. When AI scrapes content from the web that's copyrighted material, there's no defense for that yet. There's going to be some landmark cases about that, the moral and legal aspects of that. And there are some apps you can get that'll take your content and put a sort of code into it that if AI scrapes it, it will be disrupted and not function correctly. I think that's a stopgap measure at best because there's a landmark decision that has to be handed down. In Europe, it's a little different. There are laws about privacy, digital privacy, and copyright are much more strict than in the United States. And the cat is definitely out of the bag, but we've got to get it back in the bag or make a stronger bag.
That's very interesting. Yeah, it really is. It really is. But yeah, it's just amazing.
Wait a minute. You said amazing before that. Interesting. World War II was interesting. I'm glad I didn't fight in it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So my mind is just working on a bunch of stuff, and it's pretty interesting and it's pretty exciting. Yeah. But I really do appreciate, what you're saying about where the focus is. And, this is something that I'm very much aware of too. And I'm realizing that it's a muscle, and you have to just keep taking, your mind back to where you want it to be, becoming more and more aware of those thoughts and saying, okay, let's cancel that and go here. And that's really important too.
Ajde, ko može više? Napravi se ti. A ja sam vrlo pobedio. Ako može dalje da bacim. Ja sam prvi, rekao da me napotiram.
One more thing. To stop believing the lies. Look at the words, believe and lies. Stop believing the lies. If you believe a lie, it's the truth for you. It's not a lie if you believe it. So it's really interesting. It's if you have a personal truth about something and you tell yourself a lie about yourself over and over again, you'll believe it. And it may not matter to anyone in the world but you. But that's the ability. Anything you repeat enough will become your truth. So it says stop believing the lies. It's interesting because it's a relationship. What happens when we believe something? It's no longer a lie. If we don't believe it or reject it, we call it a lie.
Yeah, that's so true also. And this one mentor, he's just so good. And he said something that really made me think and has really helped me a whole lot. He said that everybody's right from their own point of view, and so it's because of the programming and the beliefs and the experiences, and so something will seem true for you whether it's reality or not. And such a wonderful example is the 3 blind mice and the elephant, because one blind mouse was examining a leg and the foot, and it's like a tree trunk. It must be like a tree, And another blind mouse was examining the trunk, and it's just like a really huge garden hose. And then the third one, he was examining the tail, and he's just kind of like, oh no, elephant has to be kind of like this leather rope with a tassel at the end. And each one of them, that was their experience. However, none of them knew what the whole picture was.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many of those. I love those teaching stories. There's one about from the Middle East, and maybe a Sufi story. I like to think everything's a Sufi story, of a bullock cart, an ox cart. And the person says, show me the ox cart. Well, there it is. And he takes it apart, takes the wheel off. Is that the ox cart? No. Takes the other thing off, the axle off. Is that the ox cart? No. It takes it until it's all disassembled. Well, where's the ox cart? And the difference is, you can take an ox cart apart and put it back together and use it, but you can't do that with a human being. Something happens during the disassembly that's more vital than what we can see, apparently.
Exactly.
Okay. And yeah, the complete truth is also something, if you look at it that way, it's a quest. You never arrive, but you keep learning, and you keep learning. Like abundance. I have abundance. No, abundance means you keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm happy. Well, that means you keep growing in happiness. I am love. I am love itself. You keep growing in love. It's a path you get on, and you never leave it. And finding out truth about yourself. You never arrive. You just do it. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it is. It's a wonderful journey. Yeah. Yeah, and for me, want to just learn and grow forever.
Oh, by the way, I think Diana wants to close her room.
Oh, okay. Do that.
Well, I'm actually enjoying where your conversation went. I've made additional entries into my vision day, and I'm pretty pleased with it. And I need to go outside and get this storage container open, because they are finally picking up the dishwasher that needs to be returned and other things that we did not install. Because even though I picked them, I unpicked them. Because they were not the right thing after all. And I've been avoiding going out into the storage unit because it's very overwhelming, daunting. But now that I have the opportunity to give somebody else some of the stuff that's in there, feels a little bit better.
Wow. I'm going to my storage unit today too. You know why? Because I have 2 keychains with all the keys from the storage unit. One keychain has 4 keys, one has 6. There should be 2 sets, but why does one have 6? I think it's because it's 2 keys to my oldest units that are no longer even active. So I get to take my keys out there and find out which key is which and get rid of the other 2. A trip just to do that. Although if I know me, I'll open one and play my mom's piano.
Oh, cool.
Oh, and yesterday afternoon, I finally got on my bike for the first time in coon's age. And I was riding around the neighborhood here, and it was one of those times where I think I could have ridden all the way to Amsterdam. I know it's impossible unless I could go across the Arctic Circle and all that, but it was just absolute heaven, absolute bliss. I didn't want it to end, and that's one of my many happy spots. Self-propelled joy and the most efficient movement of a human being. I could have done that all night, but I decided, no, I'll turn around, I'll come back, so I wanted some more. So that's something I'm going to do today too. Plus I have some work to do.
Cool. Well, I was letting myself be defeated about my bicycle, so thank you for bringing that up, because the bike shop that I used to take my bike to, the guy died, actually, so they closed that bike shop. I was like, okay, well, I'll go to the other bike shop it's a little bit further away, a little bit snootier. They're gone. So I was like, okay, where am I going to take my bike to get it serviced? Because there is definitely something squeaky and to the left about my bike. So it needs to be not squeaky.
You mean it's out of alignment and it pulls to the left?
Yeah, something is, it fell, and then it got jammed.
You mean the handlebars are not aligned to the frame?
No, the handlebars are aligned to the frame, but there's something up with the rear fender and the rear wheel rubbing.
Oh, the fender rubbing the wheel?
So.
That's a pretty easy fix. I don't know if it's your happy spot, but it's one of mine, and I got a taste of it, and I want more.
Yay. Well, thank you for that, because I hadn't realized how much I was missing it until you brought it up. But I was thinking about it, and then I stopped thinking about it. And I thought about it again, and then I stopped thinking about it, because I kept being defeated by all these bicycle shop problems. Even the one that Bobby took his bike to downtown, they're gone. They were there for like 45 years. They're gone. So I'm like, okay, somebody needs to fix my bike. And then I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I just need to learn how to do maintenance on my own damn bike. But not today.
Well, that is absolute freedom when you can fix your own bike. It's not that hard to do, but the main thing is a well-running, efficient, smooth-functioning bicycle is a joy. And if it has some problem with it, it will rob you of some potential joy. So getting the bicycle, I remember when I got new tires the last time, and I was able to ride on a bit of street that had just been resurfaced. It was like melted butter on glass. It was wonderful.
Yay. Yeah.
By the way, melted butter on glass is how I describe the highways of the Netherlands. Suck on that, America.
Suck on that, America. Melted glass on butter. Butter on glass.
No, melted butter on glass, not melted glass on butter. Although that could be interesting.
All right. We are here. We are here at 8:30 a.m. Pacific every day. You can be here too. And I have several hours with no kittens because they kept each other up all night. So my cute little newbie kittens. I got a lot of slices to show for it. I got the nails clipped. I did it myself. I don't have to wait. Take them to the groomer. Two little kittens. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Celebrate everything, goddammit. I'm closing this room in 8, 9, 10, 11. Celebrate everything.
And mess up your life and get gigs from the school when you don't have time to do it. See you soon.
Oh, bye.
Go get them, guys.
Yay.